so sorry I've been busy, and I am really hoping this works because my recording has not been working. Welcome to the stars where we are silent, but we are still burning bright. Hello, everyone. I am back. I'm back. I've been kind of busy. Oh, oops. With you know, life. I don't know what to do today, So what am I doing? I'm just gonna, do my own, ignore the farm. I'm just gonna do my own thing, chat, I was actually thinking about talking about a testimony. Well, mine at least, because I haven't really been on much, and like my profile's been changing, my bio's changed, and if you do pay attention, surprisingly you do pay attention, I decided to turn to Jesus. You can hate me all you want, you can unsubscribe, I don't care. I'm not that big of a channel, there's no need. I don't really care. I just do this for fun because I love Minecraft. I've always loved playing Minecraft, making videos with friends, because I've seen a lot of people doing. They always have so much fun with it, so I don't care. Do you know why? Because the world hated a perfect man first. Um, so it all actually started a year ago. A year and a month. August, September, October. 2 months ago. A year and 2 months ago. Um, I'm in this class called NJROTC. If you don't know what that is, hold on, let me get a book. I have a book. I can't always remember the meaning of it, but it is a Navy-based class. I don't know if you can hear me because I'm like across my room right now. Never mind, the cover's gone of the book. Hold on, I have another one. It's stuck in my bed. So this Navy class, it's a Navy Junior Reserve Officers. Yeah, Navy Junior Reserve Officers Training Course. Honestly, it's fun. I love it. It's a great class. Like if you guys have an NJ class, you should totally go for it. Um, so when I first joined, there was this Cola clash that was about to happen. Pepsi versus Coke. I love me some Pepsi more than Coke, and so I was on Team Pepsi. It was really fun. Like the guys were so pumped up too, man. They're like, hey, you wanna join Team Coke or Team Pepsi? And I was joined on Team Pepsi, and they're like, we would love. Okay, good. My chickens are in here. I was scared for a second. They're like, we would love to have you join us. And so, when I found out it was at a church, I actually was iffy about it because I was iffy about Christianity. I don't have a really Christian family other than like my aunt who is married into the family is Christian. Um, but I kind of had a little iffiness from Christianity because I was always going to church with my aunt when I did go. Oh, why is there a line right there? Whoops. I was always iffy, and I just didn't feel like it. But there was a, I felt pulls. I felt like two different pulls. I had one telling me to stay away. It was really strong, and I was iffy on going. But then I had another poll that was like, hey, you should go. You never know. You could have an absolute blast. Um, Given this was a time period where I was mentally unstable, like I was on anxiety medicine because of how unstable I was. I was crazy in the head. I don't really like, people are like, no, you're not crazy. But with my friends, like, they understand. Like, we're all like unstable in some shape or form, and so they understood that like I was just mentally crazy. No, I'm not just saying this. No, I'm not making things up or making myself be out like a pick me girl or look at me. I promise. Um, I promise on God that I'm not saying it just because. I promise. Um, so yeah, I was just in it, and then like this guy, he he was hosting it at church. It wasn't his church, but he was hosting it, and he just started going on and on and on. Sorry, that sounded rude. I do apologize. That kind of sounded sarcastic, but he did go on and on and on, and I felt anxiety starting to bubble, bubble more beyond than usual. Um, and I didn't like it. I was like, why am I getting so nervous? Because he started talking about heaven and hell, and I didn't want to hear it because I didn't want to like imagine having a place that is like imagine like if there was an afterlife. I didn't want to imagine that I'm going to hell because I am mentally unstable. Like I wasn't thinking right. I was just scared. And so he had other people start with testimonies. Um, and they started talking about their stories, and I was just scared. Like I was getting even more scared. Cause like I was having a great time. I was having a blast with my friends playing. What was that game? It's like pool table thing where like you have those little guys and it's kind of like soccer a little bit. It's like that soccer game, pool tables thing. We played tug of war. That was a blast. I got swallowed up by the mud pit though. The mud pit was like 5 feet deep, and I'm like 5'2", 5'3", 5'2" at the time. So I just didn't want to ruin my good mood because I was just having fun. Um, but the more they went on, like they went on telling stories upon stories, and then like saying, "Hey, if you're like always nervous, always anxious, like you're scared all the time, and you feel like you're not good enough, you should like consider like they weren't forcing it. Don't worry, like we're not like as Christians, you're not supposed to force anything down because that's not what Jesus did. He wouldn't force it. He would teach, like he would let the people, us, his children, follow him on his own. He would just preach and talk about him being I am. Like he would talk about that. Um, and so we're not about forcing people. That's not no. I'm not here to force anything on you. I'm just here to talk about my story and how and why I decided to join and follow Jesus. But yeah, he would go on and like these people would tell stories about how they were at like near death experiences, but because they had like faith and trust in their hearts in Jesus, like that, like they would be fine, and if they were to pass away, that they would be with the Heavenly Father. I was like, what are y'all like on about? Like, you really think? Why is there really? Like, you really think that some being, like, that you guys talk about that might not even be real could, like, seriously help you with all that? And, um, as they went on, the guy, okay, I should probably clear this up. This guy who was hosting it decided to, like, tell us to close our eyes and picture, picture hell and what would it look like. What would we, because heaven and hell is like beyond than what we can comprehend. It is something we can never comprehend because it is just insane. Um, he was like, just imagine a portal or something opened up and it's like hell, and this is all you see. This is what it is, and you can't escape it because, well, it's hell. Um, and so it can. I am failing to speak. Sheep, please move. Sheep, thank you. So he talked about it, and I was just a nervous wreck. I was scared to listen. I didn't want to listen. Um, but something like told me just to endure it. Like now that I think about it, it was freaking demons like telling me not to listen. They were demons saying, "Hey, you shouldn't listen. This is all a lie. You should like not listen, and just ignore it all." But if I did ignore it, I wouldn't be here feeling like having all of his anxiety gone, depression, like non-existence. Like I want to be as happy as I am today. And so I did, and I listened. And I am so grateful that I did, because when I listened and heard the stories, do you know what the guy did? He told us, like I said before, he said to close our eyes, right? And I did. And eventually he got to this point where he said, alright, guys, if you feel like you want to be set free, if you feel like you want to start following the Lord, he made sure to keep our eyes closed though, because he didn't he wanted us to not feel pressured. Like, he wanted us to quietly, because I know sometimes, like, if we have our eyes open, like, people, and someone's like, alright, raise your hand, no one's gonna raise their hand, because it's, like, awkward. And then you always have that one kid feeling embarrassed, or that one person, because, they're the only person raising their hands. Like, he didn't, and he just wanted us to quietly say, I want to follow the Lord, I want to be set free. And me and these two other girls, they're twin sisters, um, we were all holding hands because we were all nervous, we were all scared. And so when uh, when he said that, we all were holding each other's hands, and then when he said to raise your hand and then stand up, we all stood up. And he's like, and he was so gentle too. He was like, okay, um, my friends and I are gonna lead you to. I'm sorry, I'm like trying to cry. My friends and I will lead you to these little rooms with our friends who will help you um, start a new path, help you be reborn. So we walked back there, and these ladies were so nice. They were talking and saying, "Hey, why?" Like saying why we wanted to follow him. And I said I was scared. I was nervous, and I didn't want to go to hell if because back then again I was iffy on it. I was like, if hell is real, I don't want to go. And so they're like, okay. And so they were like talking to us, saying, all right, just hold your hands and pray. And so it was very simple, like following the Lord. It was iffy though, it can be difficult to follow the path, but and getting started, because you just you feel iffy, you don't know if you want to or not, you don't know, all these thoughts trying to keep you away from even trying to take that step into prayer. And so I did. I prayed, saying I was scared, and I didn't want to go to a place, because um when I said religious trauma earlier, I'm gonna brief on that, because I was always taught I had to do good, I had to be perfect, I had to be nice, I had to, and it led to depression. I thought I had to be perfect. I thought that I had to do everything, like be nice, be kind, never get mad. It put weight on me, because I didn't even know. Again, I didn't even believe that there was God back then. I was a little kid. The only family members that were any form of religious was my aunt, who's married into the family. My mom's iffy about it. My dad, he he, he doesn't care. He's like, if you want to believe in that, go right ahead. And so my father was always chill about that. Um, but yeah, I felt always pressured to be good and be perfect, because that's what I was basically taught on. Even if they said oh yeah, just follow him, you'll be free, but you have to be perfect. You have to That's what I heard as a kid. Every kid, we never, we don't kids don't understand a certain way. You have to Like, especially if they're really young, and you be like, oh yeah, you have to. Because I was always a quick learner. I was always a very obedient kid. Like, I always listened to my parents. I never got in trouble. I was always a good kid. So when I was told that I have, like, keyword here, have to be good, have to be kind, and then on top of that with saying, oh yeah, you can only get into the heavens if you are good, if you are perfect, if you don't do wrong. Like, even now, like, I'm like, wow. Still, like my little kid's like my inner thoughts as a kid's like, wow, do I actually have to be perfect? No, you don't have to be perfect. You can still mess up, but the thing is, when you do, you turn to God. You turn to the Lord to say, hey, I know I'm not perfect, but you are, and I am in need of you, my Lord. Like, a big thing when it comes to following Jesus is that you're accepting that you're not perfect, that you're gonna mess up. Like, because I thought I had to be perfect. But now being like 16, I don't think that anymore. Like, I know I'm not perfect. I know I'm gonna fall short. I know I'm gonna mess up. Like, I know now that I like don't have to be perfect because the perfect man already is perfect for us. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at explaining. Um, Jesus is a perfect man, and he is a perfect man, and he died for us. So, like, the debt of our sins are already paid off. We just have to accept that free gift and truly believe that he did that for us, that he died on a cross and rose back from the dead. And that's another big thing when I was a kid. Like, I wasn't told that, sorry. Because as a kid, I wasn't really told much. Like, about family, like, if my family was okay, I wasn't told much. And so always felt left in the dark, so I just never really knew the true way, the truth. I just never knew it. So I was always iffy on lies. Like, I, I just never knew anymore of what was true. And so I didn't want to believe that there was a God. I didn't want to believe that there was a heaven and hell. And so then every time I hear anything about death, I would be terrified. Because I, I just didn't want to believe. I didn't want to believe that there was anything after. I didn't want to believe that I would go to a fiery pit of death after. Like, I just didn't want to believe, but my anxiety would bottle up because I was scared that I would just want to cease to exist. I didn't want just to not exist. Like, I, I wanted to believe there was somewhere after that wasn't a fiery pit. Like, I wanted to believe that there was somewhere where we did go. And my dad would always talk like, hey, sometimes I believe that there's just a fire, and I believe that, like, he believed that there was something beyond this, because we have souls. We have something that is non-bound to the bodies. Like, yes, we have bodies, but we have something that will last forever, which is the soul, the personality, the emotions, the thoughts we have. Our souls are not bound to these bodies once these bodies decay. And I was just scared. Because I was thinking if there is a hell, I don't want to go. So that night at the church, I just did it. I just followed Jesus just to do it. It wasn't true. I just wanted to not feel fear. But as time went on, I actually tried. I would read scriptures. I would watch videos about Christianity, watch debates. Because every time a religious video would pop up before this, I would just skip. I didn't want to listen. Um, this year, after that, especially during the summer, I would try to grow closer. If like doing more prayers, listening to more worship music, reading the Bible, even if it's just here and there with reading. Like every night, every morning, or at least every morning, I would pray, and I did eventually start feeling a difference in my emotional state. Like the weight was gone now. Like I felt more stable. I felt more wise, like more patient. I felt genuine love for others. Like I felt like I can genuinely care for someone and not feel annoyed that I have to help. I felt that difference within weeks. The more I started praying, the more I accepted Jesus. And I've been trying to make a video where I make a church, but the recording hasn't been working, and I just haven't had a proper motivation on a church I wanted to make. So yeah, it felt great to follow the Lord. And every time I listen to worship music, I just get so excited and I squeal with joy because I just felt all of his energy just build up with excitement. And every time I see like a fake Christian video, I'm like, oh boy. Because I remember in September there was rumors about the rapture. Like I knew it wasn't true. I don't hate the people that did it. If anything, I prayed that they went to Jesus and apologized because a lot of people were hating on them, even though it wasn't their faults. A lot of people got tricked and actually believed it, and that's no one's fault. It's if anything, it's Satan trying to cause a rift, cause people to hate. And as Christians, we're not meant to hate one another. We're meant to love. Um, so yeah, that was definitely an event that happened. Again, I knew it wasn't true because I know no one knows except for the Father when Jesus when he comes back. Uh, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the testimony or something. But yeah, in the server I'm in called Widow Dusk. I think it's a group of people who own a band. I've heard clips here and there of their music. Not my style, but you know they're doing something pretty cool. I must admit. But yeah, this is the church I built. I used the pillow. Um, I used a lot of pillows actually because I thought it would represent security. I have a iron golem in here as a little protector. I thought it'd be cool to have the nether portal. um, it just looks cool. I didn't know where else to put it. Uh, it is kind of ironic though because nether is technically hell, and I just put it in the church, but it's just Minecraft, and it looks cool. I have I have purple windows. Here's a room, a little side room, and that's my friend's side room. His name is Junior. Um, And I added like a little downstairs that I'm gonna work on. I could've sworn I put this. But yeah, this room's a work in progress. That's why I'm smelting stone right now. But yeah, it took me about a week to build this. If you count like 2 to 3 days gathering the material, so like 2 days gathering material, a day building the frame, a day building the walls and stuff, a day adding the floor and basement. It took about a week to actually finish this. I am thinking about like getting birch or something, maybe birch to like add chairs right here. And I'm thinking about like adding a little book here that has rules about the church. Maybe add like a very like small balcony here, like an oversea. I love Minecraft and I wanted to glorify God with the game I love, and so I decided to do that. Don't ask why the banners are like all different. We don't have supplies, have enough dye to get all the same color banner. But yeah, there's my little farm. I have little shroom cows. It's the reason why is because there's a shroom island like that direction. I think my friend Junior said there's two, and there's two water temples that's also in that direction. So we have this little outline of the wall, so we can like know where we want our. It's like a little kingdom, like a nice little home. We're kind of isolated from the other players on the here, so we're kind of isolated a little bit. Like we're far out because the border's been changed. I think like there's people like all the way like outskirts of that way, but like none of them really have like gone specifically here, or at least I don't know about that. Fun fact: this was so. Oops. The inside of here, like this, like all this right here, was just out in the open, no floor, and then into the mines. No floor, no nothing. Like I just built the quote unquote starter house. Like this is the quote unquote starter house. It's like I just now built it. The starter house I've built was technically the church. It was technically the church was the starter house. Which I find fairly funny because like the moment I came here, the first thing I started working on was just that. I got the frame, like the process was very weird. So what I did, so you know the main room, the main room, so like I mined a little bit of dirt, and the main room, like you see where the cobble is. So okay, hold on. So like right here was just that on the and on the other side. Like that's just all dirt. And then I placed like dirt right here to get the middle and stuff, which I did, and just like from there, and then like I added another dirt area here. I filled in this entire thing with dirt because I didn't want mobs spawning because I didn't have any torches. Then like eventually like I added these small rooms. I like tried. Oh jeez, excuse me. I had to. Sorry. I tried so hard to like mimic it as best as I can, uh, because I know it's like I'm not like it's hard to build perfectly in Minecraft, especially when you don't know what you're doing. But like I wanted this church to be as nice as possible if I was gonna go like that, because I'm a builder. You guys know this. Like, if you guys actually watch my videos, you would know I love to build. It is something I love to do. And so I wanted this to be as nice as possible if I wanted to glorify God. I know it's not perfect, but I think it's perfect in my eyes. Like, how I built it. It is a little goofy looking, but I do not care. I worked hard on this, and I am happy with it. Oh, I thought that was an enemy for a second. Jimmy Christmas. I have been working on cussing though. Like I've been trying not to cuss, cause no good. I love Halloween, and people like argue that's like a demonic holiday. It's like it's really not. It only is if you make it that way. Cause like trick or treating is really fun, and the kids enjoy it. Kids love to dress up. Dude, when I was in the Halloween store, my little brother was like, "I want to be the devil." I'm like, ah, ah. I got so iffy when I heard that, and I forgot to lose. I was like, oh, oh, like that. Like I was just like, oh. And he's only 8. I'm like, oh, dear Lord. Oh, oh boy. And then he got a Grim Reaper outfit instead, because I'm pretty sure I hid his pitchfork something. Hold on. Oh, yep, I hid it. Yep. Yeah. Well, I don't find him what I forget. Hold on. Where's... I had to fix the camera. Oh, never mind. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's weird. Dude, that's weird. I've never had a camera on before. Ah, I just disconnected. No. Ah, that's fine. But yeah, my little brother, he got this at the Halloween store. I'm just like, because what I got was like this rogue mask and these like pirate gloves because I wanted to have like this really cool. I don't know. Hold on. Oh yeah, this is a mask I decorated last year with Dollar Tree flowers. Yep. So yeah, this is the mask I got. The inside is very itchy though, which for some reason is covered in string. Okay. It'll be fine. And these little gloves. These little pirate looking gloves. I did have to oh sorry, this is weird in the camera. I did kinda like fix it a little bit because there was like a lot of string like hanging down from it. So yeah, oh highlights ready. Oh, that's crazy. I just did that real quick just to make sure. But yeah, I need to put that back in the closet. Hey, a question. What do you guys think of the mask? Like, if you actually watch my videos, like, what do you think of them? Yeah, I cannot see out of his eye. That's why it's like even more awkward. Cause I can't see out of his eye. You can't even like, oh, geez, you can't even like see where my eyes at. It looks like I have no eyeballs, dude. Oh, there it is. Found my eye. I'm gonna turn this off real quick. I feel like a grandma like hunched over trying to like see the keys and trying to like figure out what keys are which. There we go. Like do a 360 or something. There we go. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you have like any questions about what I talked about, any questions about Jesus, I would love to answer those, especially if you have questions about Christianity. Would love to answer them. And I do apologize again. I'm not a very good explainer, because like 95% of the time, if I have a script, then it's just fake. And if I feel like if I make a script for these videos, or like anything about like testimonies or like the Lord, to me it would feel fake. So I usually just talk. No script, no nothing. Most of these videos aren't even planned. Like I try to make planned videos, but that was when the recording just never worked. So I could never actually have videos. Because I was trying to make a video with my friend, with her Bonnie, of this like little mysterious thing where this like person, Sunny, is like a creator, and like she like pretends to be human. Because like with my character Sunny, I don't like using the term God because you're basically using, well, yeah, the big G. You're using, and it's technically someone's name. Like if I were to call her the big G, I'm technically calling her by someone else's name, which I don't like doing. So I just like use the term creator because like I'm a very creative person, and I love to create these worlds in my head, like they're like magical and fantasy. Because I love fantasy, to be honest. Like, I love it. I love adventure. I love magic. I love mystery. I love, like, romance. Like, I love reading stuff. Um, it is kind of difficult, though, to find something that isn't, like, very highly sinful because, yeah. So me, like I seen like these religious short, like little Christian shorts, and it's like POV. You like to read, but you don't know which one's safe to read. It's like like you're sweating like sweating. It's like, oh gosh, which one's gonna be good? Because I read this book called Ironheart. Well, no, Heart of Iron, and the sequel Soul Stars. Um, excuse me. I didn't know the Soul Stars was sequel to the Iron Heart because I read the little you know that like you know those little jackets, and it has like a little summary or like an idea, like gives you an idea of the story. It was talking about like a homosexual couple like forming, like a few of them, and I was like, oh. So then I read the Heart of Iron, which really didn't mention that because all it mentioned was like, oh yeah, this person and then this person, adventure. So I was like, I can read that. But then I found out it had a sequel, and I was like, son of a gun, I have to finish the sequel because obviously because in the first book of Heart of Iron, it didn't finish. It wasn't finished. It just ended off with a big cliffhanger. I'm like, gosh, dang it! Now my interest has been piqued, and I need to know if like all of this is I'm not homophobic or anything, but it did kind of make me iffy a little bit reading it because I'm sitting here like this person would have been an absolute queen. Like, I do suggest reading it because if you love like, because there is like a very interesting story, and I thought it was really unique on how they did everything with like science fiction and somewhat, I'm being pushed, and some fantasy. Again, I'm not homophobic or transphobic or anything, but since I am a follower of Christ, and that is kind of against nature of how we were created and stuff, I am iffy on it, but I don't hate anybody who writes gay characters. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate you guys if you are um, lesbian or gay or trans. I don't hate you, but like I do say I love you guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like word this where it don't seem like I'm offending anyone. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but also it is the truth. It is very sinful um, to go against what we were created for because we were supposed to be male and female, not male and male, not female and female. We can't just change, we can't just like transition from male to female. It's not possible. Because you know what's crazy? When I think about it, I'm like, because people are like, oh yeah, you can turn into a male and you can turn into a female. Like, no, you can't. Because you know why? Your chromosomes, XX, XY are still a thing. That still says you're a female or you're a male. That's still there. You can't change that. You can't go in your DNA and change it. Um, that's probably like a strong argument. Like say, oh yeah, you can't just. And if anybody goes in the comments and says you can do that, I'm sorry, but I would love to see proof that you can just magically change your chromosomes. Uh, but seriously, um, crap, I'm trying to like figure out how to say this properly. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I already had 2 cups of coffee early this morning. I've been trying to figure out the whole recording thing. Um, so, may God be with you. May He always love you, and you may always remember that. He always loves you. Um, and He's always there if you want to turn a new leaf. He's always there if you want to become a new person and be reborn and be better than your old self. Trust me when I say, when I've turned this new leaf, I felt better than ever. I haven't been taking my anxiety medicine. I haven't even gotten it restocked because I quote unquote ran out, and I haven't needed it. Yeah, I will get a little bit of anxiety here and there, but it wouldn't be too major. It wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I want to curl up in a ball and cry. It wouldn't be like that. No, no. It was quick and it will go away quickly. Thanks to the Lord. So, I pray that you guys have a great time whenever you're watching this, day or night. And if you're like up at midnight, please go to bed. I don't want you guys losing your sleep that you need. Um, and yeah, may God be with you. I love you guys.